Okay, when you take a seed and you hold it in your hand, you don't say this is an apple tree. Yeah, it's the potential for an apple tree. The seed is the potential for the apple tree. And so when you take that seed and you put it in its proper environment, it draws everything that it needs to itself in order to realize that potential. Now, the seed is not tripping after a week when it's not a full grown apple tree providing a bountiful supply of apples. It's just doing what it does. It's not wavering. It's not going back and forth. Tony don't need to go out and massage the ground around the seed and sing lullabies to it to get it to grow. It's what it does. It is the potential. It's genetically designed to grow. Okay? When you start listening to your spirit, you don't have to go running around for the symptoms, which would be the health or the financial prosperity or the peace or all that kind of stuff. It just comes. It's a byproduct of the new way that you think now. You're not looking, so you're not, doing something and then you turn around looking, waiting for the thing to happen. You're too busy off doing the other thing. You're taking life as it comes. You're in real time and you're listening to your spirit and it's telling you what to do and telling you what to say and how to handle it. And you trust that it's the right thing. And you do that before you see it. See, the farmer is expecting that harvest before he sees a blade of anything coming out of the ground. He knows what to expect. And he ain't up there digging. He don't go plant the seed, then go for an hour, go sit down and watch TV1, and then go dig the seed up and look at it and see what it's doing. Because you interrupting what the seed is doing. We do the same thing if we're trying to listen to our spirit and we're trying to go back and check. And we're trying to gauge from our conversations with people how we doing, how we feeling. It's something that you get the ball running and you take off with it. And I'm telling you, there's nothing else that needs to happen for us to start living our dreams. There's nothing else that needs to happen for us to start realizing whatever it is that God has put in our heart and told us. There's nothing else that needs to happen. Sometimes sometimes our vision is so limited and we're so short-sighted that we don't realize that there's things that we need to be doing. We don't need to be trying to babysit that seed and coddle that seed, especially as it refers to other people. If we're trying to build a relationship or we're trying to do something like that, don't sow your seed, your positive word seed or whatever, and then go manipulate the conversation trying to see if the seed took. No, you go on, because sometimes you keep sowing and it becomes a lifestyle, and then that's when the change happens. A lot of times, I used to, if I was sick or something like that, I misunderstood the concept of meditation. And actually, because of the rules of engagement, I was actually making it work against me rather than for me. So then if I got something that's hurting in my body and I know enough to go to get healing scriptures and then go lay down and think about them and meditate and all that kind of stuff. But if you're still focusing on the pain or the sickness, even though you're using scriptures, you're violating a principle, because the pain or the discomfort is in your head. You're revolving that around, and so you can't get rid of it. Every time that I've been healed of something, and it's been a lot, but every time it's been to the point where I'm like, dang, it's gone. The pain is gone. But I wasn't focused on that. I did my thing. You got your foundation in scripture, and you believe in God, and you put it in the prayer, and you say, Lord, this, and this. Then you go on as if you received it already. And you go on living, and you go on doing whatever it is you got to do. And then after a while, you're like, man, that's,
because you're not focusing on it no more.
Exactly. See, your focus is a key element in you receiving whatever it is that you want to receive. Whether it's healing, whether it's money, whether it's, peace, whether it's whatever. And so if you're looking at the problem saying, God, I just want this so bad, the problem is still paramount in your mind. And that's what you're actually pulling towards yourself. You're pulling that towards yourself, and not the good. You were created to speak life, and then there be life. The Hebrew of Genesis, when God said, in the beginning, God said, let there be light, and he went on down the line. He didn't say all that. In the Hebrew, the literal Hebrew just says, light be. You know, and it was. I mean, that's just the way it was. You know, so our focus and our attention and all that kind of stuff, all these parts of us that God has given us in into our creative ability, you know, we use it and we violate these principles and we don't understand. And that's what makes it cuts our ability to be patient off. It cuts our confidence off because we're looking at the wrong thing. See, sometimes we think we'll say something, put it in motion, and then sit back until it happens. Who isn't created to do that? You're a dominator. You're a creator. You're created to be in charge. So your focus, what your focus is on, is going to be a key element in getting that thing done.